Hi friends, we'll understand prime numbers. Prime numbers are having only two factors. One is 1 and other one is the number itself. And let's see what are the prime numbers. These are the series of prime number 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. And you can observe that prime numbers are divisible by exactly two natural numbers. Say 7 is divisible by 1 and it is divisible by 7. Now you can say that 1 is not included because it is only divisible by one natural number, 1 itself. So 1 is excluded. Now we'll generate this code. We'll start with fixing the value with a variable. Up to 50 we want to print the prime numbers. Then we'll say for I in range say 2, we'll start from 2 and n plus 1. Let's see. Yeah. So this is our for loop. Now inside this we'll set a flag. Flag will use it whenever the value is divisible by anything, means it's not a prime number, then we'll set the flag to 1. Otherwise the flag will remain at 0 and every time in the loop we'll set it to 0 again. Now we'll check it. For j in range, now we'll start from 2 till we'll go up to I value. So this is the value we'll be checking it. Now in this, if now I modulus j means this division gives you a remainder of 0, that means it is perfectly divisible, so it cannot be a prime number. So what you will do, will set the flag to 1 and break it, because there is no point in further checking the loop again, running the loop till the end, because once it is a divisible by any natural number, we have to come out of it. It is no more a prime number. Now we will parallel to this for, we'll check it if flag equal to 0, means there is nowhere in the for loop above we have found that the any natural number is divisible, so the nowhere the remainder is 0. So if flag is 0, then we print the value of I and will not give any line break. So fine, will this way. Now this one should work and should generate, let's see, yeah, is 2, 3, 5, 7. It is up to 40, up to 50, so 47 is the last prime number within this range. We can change this number to, let's say, 30, so a less number will come. Yeah. You can observe that the factors of a number lies between 2 and half the number. Say factors of 100 is lies between say 2 and 50. It will no factor will exist beyond 50. So we no need to run the loop till I value of I. We can run it till half of the value of I. So to improve the efficiency, let's put it because one division it may land in, it may be a float value, so we'll convert it by using int and we'll increase by 1. So this is a better way, so we need not run the entire j value from the 2 till I value. We can run up to the half of the I value and still we get a result, so our efficiency will go up. Let's just check it once. Yeah, this is working. We can change the code slightly and ask the user input as n. So n equal to, now say it will be input, now we'll say enter a number, up to that value we'll print the prime numbers. Now because by default all are integer, so all are strings, so we have to convert it to integer. We'll convert it to integer. So now this line we have commented, we will just check it once by asking, yeah, it has asked for a number. Now let's enter 40. So all prime numbers up to 40, you can see this is printed. Fine. So up to 37 it is printed. This is how we can take a user input and generate all the prime numbers up to the input value. Instead of giving us a upper limit, we may be asked to generate a fixed number of prime numbers, like say 5 prime numbers or 10 prime numbers, like that. We'll see how we'll code that. Here we'll remove this now, don't want input. Let's say I want that to print 10 numbers. So we'll see that now n will put it as 1, then I value will take it as 2. Now here instead of a for loop we'll take it a while loop. Now while n is less than or equal to 10, now then the condition remains same. Now you can increase this this value of 10 increase the value here. We can increase it to 15 to generate 15 numbers. So but here we'll slightly will change the code also. This part is remains same, whereas now because we want to generate a fixed number, here we'll say we'll increase our n equal to n plus 1. So once we get a one prime number, then the counter n will increase, but same time we have to increase the I value also, but I will in every loop it will increase. So we'll put it I is equal to I plus 1. This is outside the if block. You can see the indentation is different. It is in parallel to this for condition, so it is within the while loop. Every time I value changes, but n value will increase only when we get a prime number. So because we want to keep a 10 prime numbers or 5 prime numbers, so we'll increase the value of n. Now it is set it to 10. So let's run this and see how this is. Running this, let's check it. Yeah, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So 10 prime numbers are printed. Now let's increase this to 15. We want 15 prime numbers to be printed. So let's run this and see. Yeah, it has increased. So this is how we can print a number of prime numbers.